Alright, so I think this actually might be working. Let's see. Hmm. You're fine. Trying to see if this actually worked or not. Because apparently I was signed in on YouTube already. How do I switch it? Well, let's just do this. Don Caboose. Hey, it did work. Blink. Oh, crud. How do I make sure that it archives, though? Or does it automatically archive gaming stuff? Like when I stream on YouTube.
I don't know YouTube. I know Twitch. Hi, little one.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know. Dad's doing a thing.
Let's see. Click new live or edit, click advanced settings. There we go. I remembered I have to turn down music for this to work. So, there we go. Alright. Alright, so I'm just making sure that I have this set up right where it'll archive later, so that way I can save it with you guys, essentially. So let me. It should automatically archive, it looks like. Because I have some of my old videos on here. I see. Alright, so basically going through, we've set it up so we each have our fantasy teams. Obviously, I started at the regular season. We have Diamondbacks for Sean. We have Keith's Colorado Rockies. Barnes' Dodgers, and obviously everyone's healthy. Severino, or sorry, Yankees for Vic. Steve with his White Sox. Twins for Mac. Astros for Kevin. It's the Braves, so that's Chris, and then my Washington Nationals, Jared's Cardinals, and once again the Diamondbacks. So what we're gonna do here is I can go through each of the rosters real quick if you guys want, just so you can see it. Lineups, guys on the bench typically are Marcus Semien, Luis Arias, and Luis Robert for the Cardinals. He gets in every day against left-handers. Pitching rotation, obviously Syndergaard, Snell, Manaea, Martinez, and Yu Darvish with Musgrove and Montas in the bullpen. Moving over to the Diamondbacks, we have Paul DeJong, Avisail Garcia, Tommy Pham, and Malik Smith mostly on the bench. Like we said, Rhys Hoskins is in the minors, like we talked about. He's the worst of all left fielders and first baseman that Sean has, so I can always change that if Sean, obviously, he's watching. And then his rotation, Greinke, Kluber, Bauer, Berrios, Gallen, with Jamison Tyon and Mike Minor. Minor could probably start over Gallen, but young kid, close call there. Typical bullpen there for Sean. Moving on to the Rockies, mostly, he's got a good offense, but obviously guys like Trevor Story sits once in a while for Fernando Tatis. Sean Murphy switches with he's not in there for some reason. Let's fix that. And then Sean Murphy again. I don't know why he wasn't in there, but Trevor Story switches. Fernando Tatis, they switch a lot. Adalberto Mondesi, he's in there once in a while. Then we'll move over to go back. Rotation for the Rockies: Cole, Flaherty, Soroka, Rodriguez, and Stroman. Those are his main guys. Moving over to the Dodgers, we've got Trey Turner, Adam Eaton. Like Bichette obviously sees not a lot of time, but Michael Chavis at second, you could probably switch them once in a while. Madrigal sits out a lot. We got Madrigal in against lefties. And then pitching rotation: Sale, Urias, Ryu, Keuchel, Bassett, Griffin, Canning, and Williams in the bullpen as starters. And then move over to the Yankees. Once again, I did not really change much of this. The computer did it. There was a couple that I made sure guys were up. Like I know it had Didi Gregorius in the minors, so I brought him up for the Yankees because I know Vic would want him. You okay? And then looking at the Yankees rotation, one of the weaker ones: Severino, Boyd, Savale, Masahiro Tanaka, and Andrew Heaney, with Carlos Rodon being the weakest of the starters, so he hits the bullpen. Go over to the White Sox. Makes a lot of sense. Obviously, Manny Machado is going to see the bench a lot with Rendon and Baez being two of the highest players in the game. So they see the bench a lot, along with Starling Marte on certain days in center field, with Braun manning center field somehow. That doesn't make much sense. And then we will go to... we'll go back to his rotation. You have... White Sox right there. Bumgarner, Sonny Gray, Brandon Woodruff, Kyle Hendricks, Cole Hamels, with mediocre bullpen. Obviously, he does not have the same depth at pitching that a lot of us do since he gave up DeGrom this offseason, because you go back and you look. Med Rosario's down there, Jackie Bradley Jr., Eric Hosmer. That's the biggest thing for the White Sox. Obviously, a lot of offensive firepower, not the same type of pitching that you need. So moving to Max Twins, guys like Elvis Andrus, Byron Buxton, Luke Voigt see the bench a lot, obviously with good talent, with Miguel Sano with the power, Christian Yelich, and his gaggle of outfielders with Joey Gallo as well. Kind of expected that since he carries 14 outfielders in real-life fantasy, so it is what it is. And then pitching rotation, excellent with Verlander, Clevenger, Paddock, Marquez, and Alex Wood. Robbie Ray could get slotted in there, may jump over Alex Wood depending on if they stay healthy. Moving over to Kevin's Houston Astros, pretty good offense. Tommy Edman tends to hit second a lot at shows. Andrew Benintendi does not see a lot of playing time with Alvarez and Oscar Mercado and Mookie Betts in the outfield. Obviously, Castellanos slots in there once in a while as a DH. According to the computer, they'll put him, when there's no DH, they put him in left field because he's got the better defense. And then the rotation for Kevin, DeGrom, Kershaw, Morton, Nola, and Giolito. I would not want to face that in real life because that is just disgusting and nasty. We will go to the Braves, which I expect to honestly be the weakest one just based on the ratings. Colton Wong, guys like Yuli Gurriel kind of sits out due to Daniel Murphy, and JD Davis at third, a little bit better, especially when it comes to defense. Yeah, defense is weak for third for Yuli, so he sits out a lot. Lorenzo Cain being center field. And then his pitching rotation, Zach Wheeler should be his ace. Lance McCullers, Dinelson Lamet, Johnny Cueto, and Chris Archer. And then, actually, now that I think about it, yeah, we'll go, okay. Hey. And then my Washington Nationals, my Washington Nationals are last. Obviously, Eloy, Vlad, Moustakas, and Bregman sit once in a while. Bregman tends to play against lefties since he's a right-handed hitter. I probably could play him at first if I wanted, but I like Alonso a little bit better. So, yeah, you can set your lineup, Vic, if you want. If you want to tell me how to do it, I'll gladly do it for you for the heck of it since you're in here. And so there is your lineup. Comment and tell me what you want, Vic, and I will absolutely do it since I'm right here before we start.
Archer.
He already stopped. Alright, so that's what she said, Vic. Obviously, you've got Gary Sanchez as your primary catcher for all the lineups. Stanton in there, everyone is in there most days. Brendan Lau, behind DJ LeMahieu at second. So we'll start with versus right-handed pitching, DH. I mean, I really don't expect you to change much. DJ LeMahieu's in there. Yeah, he's in there every day at second. Alright, while you send that, I'm going to go get some coffee since I don't know where mine is. Boop, boop. Yeah, I brought my cup over. Never actually got the coffee. But yeah, didn't take me as long as I thought it would. Honestly, moving the players wasn't too bad. It was about the last three teams, which would have been the Braves, Diamondbacks, and Rockies that were the biggest pain because I had already moved a bunch of players. So that started to become a pain when I was trying to find players that I had already moved. But shouldn't once I had backed out, saved the roster, and I was able to search where the guy. Let's see. I've got Sean hitting us up in the chat. How do I not have my pitching staff? You do. Because if I pull it up, so we'll go to the Diamondbacks. Hey, you have Greinke, Kluber, Bauer, Barrios, and Gallen. I must have missed Max. I'm pulling that one up. Yeah, Bauer's in there, Sean. So gotta think of where. Well, at least I can do this. Make it easy enough. Player search. Sure. Where the hell is he? Oh, he's with the Angels. Son of a bitch. Well, we could do it this way, I think. So with the Angels, I'm glad you caught that one because I must have missed it. I can edit him to make it easy enough to do this. So he's at 99. Drop him down here. And we'll put it all back. Drop it down to 30. And then 89 for clutch. We'll put down to 30 as well. And see if that makes it easy enough to trade for him since I messed that one up. I want to save it. Alright, so 89. Maybe it makes it easy enough. We can save this. Every time I have to do this, delete all. Screw it. I'll leave it as it is since I know what it is. Alright, so there's that. Saving it, obviously. It's going to look funny. Because, Sean, you were one of the last ones to do, so I thought I already put him on your team, but let's see. So then, Andujar is on your team. I think he's in the minor leagues there, Vic. And then Grisham is probably in the minor leagues as well, just because obviously we field a lot more hitters than, because you can only have 13 hitters for, or 13 or 14 hitters for real life. We have a lot more than that. So let's do this. There we go. So let's go switch to the Diamondbacks. And then make trade. This should work, hopefully. If not, I can always redo it, I suppose, but I'm hoping I don't have to. Let's see. Let's trade somebody that obviously Taylor Widener, Taylor Clark, Edwin Jackson. Damn it. Budgetary constraints, so that's going to be for you. If I have to go back out, I can do that, but not a big deal. Yeah, screw it. Because Max is obviously making a shit ton, so I will go back, fix that one thing. Roster control, Diamondbacks, and I can just restart it since I really didn't do anything. Alright, I will set that as your stuff then. So then we will switch, well, Andrew Chafin to the Angels. Nope. Okay, well luckily, okay, load roster. Boink. Roster control. Back to your Diamondbacks. There we go. So we will trade somebody that doesn't belong on your team anyways, which we will say Josh Rojas, because he doesn't matter. Because he's a free agent, so may as well give him to the Angels. Yes. Can auto fix roster. Probably do it for the Angels. There we go. Alright. So, to start it again now, whatever. Let's see. Back to HoF. Done. Alright, so we will start new. Load saved. HoF. So we need to control Yankees. We need to control White Sox, Twins, Astros, Nationals, which this is where I realized actually the funny thing is we have 3 teams in the same division, which would be the Cardinal or Diamondbacks, Rockies, Dodgers. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Which one did I miss? Tigers, Royals, Angels. Braves. I almost forgot about Chris. There we go. Okay, so that. Then we will do obviously that on. We'll ignore budgets just because we don't. It's gonna just screw up everything because of our rosters. So ignore that. CPU roster control, CPU trading, designated hitter auto. Yeah. Okay, so advance. Manual. So that way they don't fuck any stuff up for us. And then advance. Regular season. Ah, shit. God damn it. Transactions. Alright. Let's back out again. See if we can fix that beforehand. Because your roster is a pain in the ass, Sean. Load data. Rosters. Roster control. Let's go to the Arizona Diamondbacks. Player movement. See if we can move him down originally. I don't think I can. Actually, manage roster. Starting pitchers, Zach Gallen, move to AAA. Yes. Let's see, that should allow us to do what we want. Shit. So then, because that's going to tell me I have too many in AA, so then we can just move somebody like Taylor Widener down to Class A, or no, wait, sorry, AAA. Move somebody like Jake Lamb down to AA. And that should prevent anything stupid from happening. So that's AAA team. What's still wrong with that? Guess autofix. And we'll see if that'll work now. Save. HO. Ah, screw it. Close enough. I don't feel like backing out again. Alright, so. Start new. Load. HO for ho. Okay, so White Sox. Yankees. Twins. Astros, Braves. Obviously, Chris and I are in the same division. Then we have the Cardinals by themselves. Diamondbacks, Rockies, Dodgers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, there we go. Alright, so ignore budgets on. That. Manual. Advance. Regular season. Well, looks like you're going to have to deal with losing Zach Gallen, maybe. It is what it is. Can't really fix that. So, I will not make anyone do that, but I will set your lineup. Vic, if I can pull up the comment, which I have on the side here. So, DJ.
Hi, Vic.
Which you wanted second. You want to just be a pain in the ass, Vic. I love you. But let's see. So Bryant, left field. We have. Oh wait, McNeil at left. What? McNeil left. Bryant at third. McNeil, Bryant, Santana. Where's Santana? Put him at first. I would love to see Giancarlo Stanton play shortstop. That would be great. He's a DH. He's really super strong, but he always gets hurt.
No, who's
Archer,
all injured?
stop digging. Huh? Who's what?
They are all injured. Who's injured?
Oh, he's talking about Vic's Yankees because they're like last year they lost half their starting team to
Playing
injury.
against Vic?
No,
Okay, I hope Vic wins. I don't know who he's playing, but I hope Vic
he's
wins.
playing. Vic plays as the Yankees all the time. Okay,
Vic's
so
nice. I like Vic.
so Merrifield in center. Nope, Merrifield in center.
Is he the
Then
one that just had the baby?
yes, recently.
Oh, yeah, then he has to win.
Then
Make it so he wins.
Sanchez. I can't control that.
No, you're gonna make it so he wins.
Sanchez, and then shortstop. He wants Gregorius and Aquino and right. Oh, damn it. Okay, so I have to call up Gregorius again. Shortstop. That was really fast. In my face. Dairo Estrada. Can I move him down? That's fine. I don't care. It'll move to MLB.
What? You want more carrots? I don't got more carrots.
Let's see. Who can we move down? That would make sense. Oh, yeah, place Trent Grisham on waivers apparently too, because it does the stuff it has to. Let's see. Mike Ford we can move down.
Archer, you dumb nut.
I can, yeah, move Mike Ford since
You have under here.
I should have released him.
Okay.
Damn it. Let's see. This is such a pain in the ass.
I can't get up.
Need help?
No.
Alright.
I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Dixie, I'm stuck.
Ah, you were traded to the Mariners. It's not terrible, I guess. Let's see. We'll release this guy, Ben Heller, because it doesn't matter. There we go. Alright, so now I can fix Vic's lineup because he wants to be a pain. Garver.
Make him win.
So DJ LeMahieu, McNeil. I can't force that. It's not like Madden where you can force wins.
Nope, make him win.
Stanton, Merrifield. Where's Whit Merrifield? Merrifield.
You love me. And I'm your
There.
winner, so
Sanchez, Gregorius. Sanchez. Oh wait, and then that. We'll leave it like that. Okay, so there. So second left. Santana DH. So obviously Gregorius needs to go there. Santana, Merrifield, Sanchez, Aquino.
What do all the colors mean?
Huh?
What do all the colors mean?
Green is the fielding stuff, yellow is hitting, and blue is their running stuff. Yeah, T-Mobile Field isn't bad. I do like the teal. Plus, I think they've got a lot of the optional ones in there, don't they? So then, Jeff McNeil on left. Santana. DH. Merrifield in center. Let's move him up. Sanchez, Gregorius. And then Aquino. And one more time of doing it. So then Jeff McNeil. And I'll fix his position after. Santana. Giancarlo. Yes. Right, Gregorius has got to move down to there. Neil, Bryan, Stanton, Merrifield, Sanchez, Gregorius. Make him. No, it's not that Sean. It's
Oh.
good Sean. It was the one down in Georgia.
Oh, then make him win too.
I can't make everybody win. My wife is being a commentary or peanut gallery over here, and I cannot control it. She's like, make these people win. I can't control it. It's the whole point of us doing this.
I thought it was the mean Sean.
No, it's not mean Sean. It's good Sean. Aquino. So then, obviously, who has to play short? Put Gregorius. Put left field.
Your dog's in the nuts and I can't bend that
Yeah,
far.
we know that.
When he lost his ball.
Oh, wait. Gregorius. Neil. There.
I know, Archer, but I can't reach it.
Here, I'll get it. I'm getting my dog. It loses it under the same chair every day. Go get it. Alright, so I've got that. That's all set for him. Pitching rotation, he wanted Severino, Rodon, Tanaka, Boyd, and Caleb Smith. Tanaka, Boyd, huh?
I feel like I owe Sean an apology because I thought that was Mean Sean.
No,
I
it's
was
not
very
Mean
happy
Sean.
that he would lose today.
Dork.
I'm sorry.
Caleb Smith needs to be called up. Well, then I gotta. We'll release Brian Shaw. That's fine. You're the Yankees. Money doesn't matter for shit for you.
Dude, your dog's really good.
There we go. Alright, so we'll put Savale as a middle reliever, Andrew Heaney as a middle reliever.
Oh.
Oh, you run into the chair?
Yeah. Hey, your dog's the mean one, mine's the idiot, okay?
Okay. Make all these go away. Yeah. Oh, you did too with this whole Zach Gallen thing. Obviously, I had to worry about that, but oh well. No big deal. Make these stupid things go away. What, Lana?
He's playing a video game. Leave him alone.
Make all these go away. Really doesn't matter. Screw it. Alright, so now I have to go through everyone else just to make sure some stuff is right. Since obviously, do it this way, make sure, because it does it by overall.
Go get it.
Let's see.
Seriously, no more carrots for you.
We will move. Can Sam Hilliard go down? No. We'll release Nick Markakis, because he's technically a free agent in our league. So then bring up Yuli Gurriel. His rotation makes sense. His lineup obviously needs a shortstop, left, right, center, DH, which makes sense. DH, nope, not left field. Want him at DH. And then in left field we'll put Shin-Soo Choo, who he has. Field, once again, we'll put JD Davis there this time. Alright, so then that one's set for him. My Nationals. That's right, I need to release Yan Gomes since I don't have him. Do this way. So, Tanner Rainey, release. Nice. Elias, release. Kurt Suzuki. Nope, not edit.
Shit. Don't do that.
What do you do?
No.
I don't know. She's yelling at the dogs for something.
Ow.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't care if it.
Well, now it's David.
That was on you. Release. Ryan Harper, release. Because this is the only way to make my roster work, because it screws up royally. Alright, so let's try this for mine.
Nope.
Rotation was the biggest thing. Yeah. So then I've got to call up Clace. I would have up Burns since I have him up. Add to 40 man? Yeah, there we go. Moved MLB. You want me to get it?
No, I got it.
Okay. So then I did this. Because otherwise they don't show up whatsoever. Right. General, RP. And they're actually worse as relief pitchers, which is really odd to me. So then I did Dylan Cease as a relief pitcher as well. Lorenzen in there. Oh, that's right. This is the other way. This is the other thing I had to do to fix it. So, make trade. Do Cease and Luzardo. Did this to you before. Canley and Chad Green. Yes. Yes. And then I have to go back to the Yankees. Make trade. And trade back Luzardo and Cease for the same players I just got rid of, because for whatever reason it glitches to where they will not show up on my roster no matter what. Canley and Chad Green, literally the same deal. There we go. So back to my Astros real quick, or not Astros, why can I not talk right now? Cease, there. Okay, that's how I had it set. Roster. Who is in the minor leagues that shouldn't be? That's right, Otani needs to come up. Let's see, Austin Voth, release because I don't have him. Asdrubal Cabrera, release. Yan Gomes, release. I wanted to send down Laureano because he had an option. So bring up Otani. Bring up Eloy. And then I had to drop somebody else. Who was it? No, I think I left Otani down. Okay. Butthead. And then I brought up Edwin Diaz because I needed him in my bullpen. Nope. Archer. Archer. Move your big butt. There you go. Alright, and then Luzardo is a long relief. There we go. And lineups. I wanted to put Soto, Bellinger, Alonso. That's right. My boy Ozzy got to play over Moustakas. Archer! Butthead. Let's see. Left, center, right. Yeah, he just keeps trying to trip over the cord. No DH. Who am I missing? Well, let's find out. Oh, catcher. That's why. Will Smith. There. That's all set for me, I think. I saw an empty. Oh, okay. Catcher. Will Smith. There we go. Alright. Mine is set there. Cardinals. Martinez would go ahead. Musgrove. I think he might have had one. Yeah. Robert needed to play against. I put him in right field instead of Cruz, since Cruz does not have good defense. So obviously he's got the better power, but I feel like that would make the most sense. Max team has the Rona single A starters in MLB for him. Yeah, I figured. I was waiting for that one. So, okay, Scherzer, Greinke, Kluber, Bauer, Berrios for you. That's all set. Your lineup. Did you want me to bring up Hoskins or not? Because it looks like I could if you wanted me to, real quick. So obviously you have Michaelis. Let's see. So starting pitchers, Berrios, Tyon. Let's see. Could drop Ginkel. We'll move him down, I think. Yeah, we'll release him for you because you don't have him. We can bring up. Whoops. Michaelis. And then obviously Hoskins, if you want, and Minor can come up as well and be a reliever for you. Because we can get rid of Crichton, who you don't have. Where's Mike Minor? There. Alright, so pitching rotation. Yep, that makes sense there. Okay, so yours is set unless there's something else you want me to do. Flaherty, that looks right. Alright, leave Hoskins. Line up. Yeah, this one I really didn't touch for him because he's got his guys. Yeah, I left. Oh wait, that's right. He needs Sean Murphy up. Or in the lineup. That one. Sean Murphy. Sean Murphy. Sean Murphy. Pitching rotation. That all looks right there. Double check the roster. The only guys the Rockies had were Schwarber. That's right. Schwarber, who we can drop Elias Diaz and bring up Schwarber for him, since that makes the most sense. Where he fits in the lineup, I really don't know. Let's see. Well, we can do this. Switch. Put Schwarber in left. That. DH again. Third base. Schwarber. That's how I had his before, because that makes the most sense, honestly. And then Dodgers, there wasn't anything to change here for him. His was set. His lineup made the most sense because they put Madrigal in once in a while, no one he's really missing. Double check the roster. Let's see, Chris Taylor. Oh, Bo Bichette definitely has to be up. Matt Beattie, bye-bye. Bo Bichette. Move to MLB. And then I forget what other pitchers he has. Williams. That's right, Matt Barnes. He has Betances, May, Stripling. Yeah. Canning will stay down. And then, well, lineups. Put Bo Bichette in. Doesn't even make sense to put him in anywhere, so we'll leave him there. Alright, so everyone else is set. We are good now to go. So, let's save before I fuck this up and have to do it all over again. Franchise. This. Alright, now we can actually get into this and see what happens. We'll, let's say, every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks or 1 week should we sim. So, while I get that, pending, yeah, obviously, I hate that my microphone keeps making that noise, but it's whatever. Scouting, make that go away. This, my completed transactions. Huh? Game 2 weeks, because I can sim. Like, I can choose how long I want to sim, because I kind of want to see who gets injured, who doesn't, things like that. And I think every 2 weeks would be good, because then we can kind of, since I'm obviously streaming it, makes it easier. Hmm? No. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Make all these go away. There we go. Much better looking. Yep, obviously. And we will go from my nationals. We'll sim from there. Save one last time. Screw it. We'll do it every 2 weeks for a sim. Since nobody answered. Archer. Alright, so calendar. Obviously, I start out against the Mets. I don't expect. Let's see. So we are on Thursday. We will sim. We'll go to this, to the Friday. Well, sim through this one. Kind of see where we sit. No, I don't. No. Turn off critical situations. That's right. That's for you. So let's. Would you? Nah, we'll let him go through. I don't care. Whatever. Trevor Story has sustained. Ooh. Let's see. Out 1 to 2 weeks. We will keep active. Let's fix that for the Rockies. Because obviously he's hurt.
Welcome to
Okay, so it
Inside
did
the Show.
place him.
Baseball is back in April.
It
Let's
did
check
place
out some
him
of the results
on
from
the
yesterday.
bench.
Starting off in
Since
the
he's got
National
the
League
depth,
East,
obviously he
the
can handle
Marlins
it.
combined for a
We will
four-hitter
look
as they
back-
bested the
go
visiting
back
Nats
to
3-1.
my Nationals.
The Mets
And
set 3
look
balls into
here.
the seats as they defeated the
So,
visiting
sim
Fightin'
through this
Phils
date real
10.
Alright, so quick looking through this. It would be
Hey
standing
there, baseball
so far,
fans. Justin
my
Allegri. The
Nationals are
season is
5-2.
still young. Let's check
Chris's
out some of the
Braves are
results from
1-6.
yesterday. Looking first at the NL
6-1
East,
for
the Nats
Jared's
totaled 11
Cardinals.
hits as
Rockies
they
are
got the best of the
6-1.
visiting Mets, 4-2.
In the AL, we have
The
the Yankees
Phils
at
got the
3
best
and
of the
4
Brewers at
today.
home, 4-2. The Pittsburgh Pirates held the opposition
your
at
Yankees
bay with
not
only
looking so
4
far.
hits as they grabbed the
Looking
win
good
against
so
the
far.
visiting Reds,
They-
2-0.
Let's see.
Blake Snell earned the victory while
Scored
striking
a
out
decent
11
amount of
as the
runs, but
Cardinals
allow
flew
runs
past
as
the
well.
Orioles, 5-2.
Twins
The
are
Blue
7-1
Jays
in the
grabbed
Central as
13
expected,
hits in the
and the
game
Astros are
as they took down the
6-1.
Yankees
So
in the
the worst
Bronx,
of us so
5-3.
far
The White Sox
is,
combined to allow only 4 hits
the
as they
Braves
took
and
down
the
the Red
Yankees,
Sox
kinda
on the
as we
road,
expected.
5-2.
Let's see if
The
there's
Detroit
any
Tigers
injuries.
allowed only 5 hits in the game as they bested the visiting
only injury,
Indians,
it seems like it would
6-2.
be Senzel is
The
hurt.
Mariners racked up 11
We
hits as a
have
team
Trevor
as they
Story
stole a
hurt, but
victory
that's
in
all
extra
for
innings
us,
over
so
the
let's go
Royals,
another
4-2.
2 weeks.
The Twins grabbed the win against the visiting
Completed.
Athletics,
Yankees
4-1.
called up Didi.
The Los Angeles Angels of
Stuff we
Anaheim
already
totaled
knew.
11 hits as they
Alright,
grabbed the
so
win over the
obviously none of
Rangers
our
in
players will
Arlington,
ever get traded
6-1.
away
Thanks
because
for
of the
joining
fact
me.
that we
That's all for
control them.
today.
We'd have to
Same
get
place,
a-
same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games.
I'd have to accept it, but I will not accept any computer trades. So let's go this way. We will sim. Actually, I'm going to sim up to here because I want to see. Screw it. Let's go through. We'll go 2 weeks to this Friday. Sim through date. Trevor Story is no longer injured. Auto utilize. Luis Severino has sustained an injury. Big surprise. Torn rotator cuff, and he'll be out for over 6 months. Hey, Shaw. There you go. That, like you said, they're made of glass. So he's going to go on 60-day injured list. Trevor May for the Dodgers. Shoulder soreness will keep him active. Yankees do not have a valid rotation. Okay, let's fix that. So we will go to the Yankees. Okay, yeah, if I do hold it, it just does that. So Yankees, obviously the one that makes the most sense would be Andrew Heaney. So we'll put Andrew Heaney at the top there, see how he does. Go back to the calendar. Let's just sit here as the Yankees see what happens. And it is very, very fitting, Sean. They are so ridiculous. All right, sim through date, another 2 weeks. Cardinals, whatever, AA, they can auto-fix lineups. Barons do not, that's that one. They can fix that. Okay, so Rail Riders, that is... I don't remember who AAA... Oh, that's right, it's Mac's team? No, it's the Rail Riders, so it's Kevin's team. Let's figure out what is wrong with his team. What? I don't understand. I don't know. Whatever. Not sure why it says it's not valid. So we'll go back to MLB. We'll stick as the Astros and sim through the state like planned. AAA didn't say 27 though. Oh wait. Because that's not the Rail Riders. Let's go calendar. Okay, go back to this. Try it again. Just have it fix it. AAA Max. Let's see. Let's look up who the Rail Riders have, or who their major league team is, because I don't remember. Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Oh, okay. Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders. That's the Yankees. That's what it is. All right, so we can go to his and fix that. So, fucking Vic making everything complicated. Roster. How do they have too many? So, pitchers. Let's pick. We'll pull up a third baseman. Why not? We'll pull up Miguel Andujar. Because screw it. There we go. He's got Miggy now back up. Alright, so that's fixed. Love you too. Alright, so back to the calendar. Let's see if we can finally get through these 2 weeks. Sim through date. Thunder. God damn it. Who doesn't have it? Oh. Once again, Vic. Alright, so not enough. There we go. Alright. That's fixed now. Come on, Vic. Alright, sim through date. Oh my god, I don't care. Autofix roster. Autofix. Yeah, we're just gonna fix this. Hooks, Braves, AA, Yard Goats, AA. Cy Sneed. That is the Express. Whatever. He can. Okay. Rail Riders, once again. Autofix. Oh my god. Auto-utilize. Trevor May, auto-utilize. Oh my god. Gary Sanchez sustained an elbow sprain. He'll be out a few days. We'll keep him active. Patrick Corbin. Damn it. He'll be out a few days. We'll keep him active for my team. JB Shuck. It's AAA. Whatever. Keep active. Don't care. Lance McCullers. Neck sprain. What the hell is with these injuries all of a sudden? That's Drillers. Torn figure 2 or 3 months. We'll put him there. I don't care. Oh my god. Yadier Molina for the White Sox. He'll be out 6 months. He'll go on DL. Auto-utilize. Auto-utilize. Carlos Herrera. Don't care. Gary Sanchez no longer injured. Auto-utilize. Jesus. All these injuries. Alright. I am turning down injuries a little bit. Just one tick, because this is... Then again, we have 10 teams. So...
Welcome to your Saturday edition of Inside the Show. I'm Justin Allegri. Looking first at the American League East, the New York Yankees knocked out 10 hits as a team as they walked off against the Reds in extra innings, 5-4.
Astros are 15-4, so
the Indians pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they took down the Red Sox on the road 2-1. They now have 5 straight wins.
Corbin definitely hurts.
The Toronto Blue Jays took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 2-1. The Kansas City Royals put together 10 total hits as they got the win in extra innings over the Orioles 5-4. The Chicago White Sox hit 3 long balls as they were winners over the visiting Rangers 3-2. The Minnesota Twins pounded out 17 hits in this one as they defeated the visiting Tigers 9-7. The Seattle Mariners got 11 hits overall as they defeated the A's in Oakland 7-6. The Houston Astros combined for 10 hits as a team as they
and see who we have. And Drelton Simmons pulled 1 to 2 weeks. Let's see. Yeah, we'll keep him 1 to 2 weeks. Yeah, it's not even 10-day injured list. Why not? Dave Zambrano, let's keep active. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Oh my god, all these injuries for AA. Diamondbacks do not have 4 valid lineups. Let's check that one. For the Diamondbacks of Sean. Who is... Oh, Paul... Oh, okay, second baseman. So yeah, Paul DeYoung would make the most sense. Although he is ice cold apparently. So far batting .209 on the season, but Carlos Correa is red hot at .290. Austin Meadows .286. Anthony Rizzo not doing well. We will go over some stats here in a little bit. Let's get through this month of April. Sim through date. Oh my god. Nomar Mazara sustained an injury. Keep active. Don't care. Auto-utilize. Auto-utilize. Jason Dominguez. Don't care. 10-day injured list, whatever. So many injuries. Just gonna fix it. Just gonna auto-utilize, auto-utilize. Matt Olson for the Dodgers, obviously injured, back stiffness. John Duplantier, keep active. Todd McCain, ACL sprain. Actually, can I back out of this? Because, ooh, Rockies, Jose Altuve sprained ankle. Damn, couldn't be worse. So, keep active. Auto-utilize, auto-utilize. Matt Olson no longer injured. Altuve no longer injured. C.J. Cron for the Braves. Cardinals no longer. All right. Nobody cares. And Andrelton Simmons, auto-utilize. Raymond Godin. Well, okay. Still injured for about 1 to 2 months. Keep on 15-day injured list. Kramer Robertson sustained an injury, 1 to 2 weeks. Don't care. Auto-utilize. I really should. Active. Ronnie Williams, don't care. Jason Dominguez, 4 to 5 weeks. Alright, hang on. So here's what I know I can do, because I'm going to actually fix this. I forget where the settings are.
Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting out in the NL West, the Diamondbacks nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 7-5. The Cardinals grabbed the 4-game series sweep as they made short work of the Padres 11-2. It was their 5th straight victory.
I don't remember how to
The Miami Marlins got 12 hits in this one as they manhandled the Mets 10-1.
There's pitching rotation.
Alex Bregman had an outstanding 5 hits at the dish as the Nationals downed the Brewers 4-2. The Tigers put up 16 hits on the day as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 5-4.
Don't want that for all of it.
The Royals earned the 4-game series sweep as they beat the O's in Baltimore 5-1. The win was their 6th straight as a team. The Rays knocked out 12 hits as a team as they took an extra innings victory over the Athletics 7-4. The Astros pounded out 17 hits in this one as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 10-1.
Awards.
And that's what's happening around the baseball world heading into today. Join us again tomorrow for the latest from around Major League Baseball.
Leading the most valuable player in the NL. Cy Young is going to Max Scherzer so far of your Arizona Diamondbacks there, Sean. Excellent job so far with him. Eric Sogard for the batting title, which, okay, with Jose Altuve and Michael Brantley not far behind. Kenley Jansen of the Cardinals. Nick Madrigal as the Rookie of the Year. Jay Bruce is the Hank Aaron Award, which Carlos Correa is not far behind. But Jay Bruce, 12 home runs in the month of March and April. What the hell? Bellinger, though, I mean, he's hitting well, but just not the power. Patrick Corbin with Gold Glove. Salvador Perez for the Braves. Neil Walker, Colton Wong, J.D. Davis. Wow, Braves are actually pretty decent defense. Yeah, there's my boy Bellinger. Shane Bieber for Silver Slugger with a home run. Silver Slugger at catcher for Caratini, Alonso, Ozzy Albies, Bregman. My lineup is a lot of Silver Sluggers, apparently. McCutcheon, no MVP, obviously. We will go to the American League. Jesus Christ. So Stanton had a very good April, to say the least, with 17 home runs and a 372 average. Kershaw and DeGrom, what a fucking 1-2 punch for the Astros. Stanton as the batting title at 372 with Nolan Arenado and Jeff McNeil not far behind. Reliever of the year, Dominic Leone, Anderson Tejada, whatever. Stanton for Hank Aaron Award. Gold Glove pitcher, Luke Weaver, which no one has. Mike Zunino is the Gold Glove catcher. Gold Glove first baseman Abreu, Rays, Boston. So nobody on our AL side. Oh, Aristides Aquino is the first one with Judge and Harper not far behind him. Stanton is the Silver Slugger DH, not a surprise. Let's see, Sanchez is third in there. Abreu. A lot of this going to the Yankees, surprisingly, although obviously Betts coming in second in the outfield slugging. Yordan Alvarez, Mookie Betts for Silver Slugger outfield as well, and Judge in third. Let's look at some stats, though. Let's look at the league leaders real quick. So in the NL, Eric Sogard, Jose Altuve, Michael Brantley for the batting average. None of my guys really up there, surprisingly. Bellinger, Lindor in there. David Peralta for you, though. That's excellent for you. Hits, it's Eric Sogard. Let's see, doubles, Bellinger, Ozzy Albies. Michael Brantley there for you, Sean. We have Trey Turner with 3 triples for the Dodgers. Jay Bruce, fucking A, with 12 home runs. JD Martinez for the Rockies. But Mike Trout, let's see, 248 average. Ouch, that is not good so far. RBI goes to Jay Bruce, Bellinger, and Mancini. Pete Alonso with 27 runs. McCutchen, Turner, Lindor. Trey Turner with 10 stolen bases. Let's move over to, because obviously, we don't care about those. Let's go back. Stanton just absolutely having a ridiculous year to start. VR with a bunch of at-bats. Starlin Castro, triples, goes to Oscar Mercado of the Astros. Stanton with 17 home runs, Bryant with 12. And then Castellanos and Arenado for the Astros. So all of our teams kind of having good years so far. We'll look at pitchers real quick, actually. So pitching. Strikeouts, Max Scherzer, Chris Sale for the Dodgers. He's still somehow healthy. Garrett Cole for the Rockies. Snell, Bieber, Syndergaard. There you go. Bauer at 9 with Manaya, Desclafani, and Reynaldo Lopez somehow. All right, so let's push on through. Let's get through the end of May and see where we are at. Sim through date, obviously. Dodgers fix lineups. There we go. Don't have to deal with as many injuries. Auto fix. Twins do not have a valid pitching rotation. Why would that be there, Mac? Let it see what happened to you. Michael Pineda expected to be out. Tough break. Clevenger expected to be out 1 to 2 months with a shoulder separation. There it is. So let's go and fix that pitching rotation. We will slot in Robbie Ray at this point since he's the one that makes the most sense. Glad we did that. Go back to the calendar and let's sim through the end of the month, or try to. Braves, AA. We keep going. Rockies do not have valid lineups. Why? Let's see who got injured now, because that's got to be what it is. Hoffman got injured, whatever. Goudreau. Oh, there goes the Ducks. Justin Turner. Ooh, broken arm. Hey. Another dog's just walking by. So, broken arm, only 9 days left. Not terrible for him, but he does need to get... Obviously, lineups need to be fixed.
Don't you dare.
I heard that one.
Don't you dare. Move your fuzzy butt to my left.
Suarez, why he wasn't in the lineup anyways? Come on, Lana.
Go.
Go. Here you go.
Go.
Alright, so that one's fixed. Weird that it wouldn't fix it. Alright, so Rockies sit at 32-9, as expected. So sim through date. Let's get through this. Isotopes, meh. It's AAA. Twins do not have 4 valid lineups. Let's see why. The Twins are catching some tough breaks here, Mac. And Sean Duenas. Oh, Chris Paddock stuff to pulled leg muscle, not bad. Jorge Alfaro with a fractured shin. So he is missing a catcher. And I believe he should have a backup. Yep, Williams Astudillo we will allow in here. Alright, Williams Astudillo, who, 167 average, even though he has the excellent average to go. I mean, you look at, oh wait, his contact is not as good as I thought it was. He's got the vision at 99. That's what it is. Careful. Alright, so Twins are set back, and as we look at them, 33-14. But the White Sox, they're going to be a fun one to watch at the end of this month. So we will sim through May, see if other teams can get healthy. It's a AA auto fix. AAA auto fix. Astros do not have 4 valid lineups. Kevin's suffering some injury here now. Archer, chill. Let's see. Tyler. Oh, Wilson Ramos and Omar Narvaez. Dansby Swanson hurt. Omar Narvaez, broken leg, out 2 to 3 months. Archer, chill out. 1 to 2 months. So 2 catchers down for the Astros. That is brutal, Kevin. Come on now. Archer, chill. I let him out. He's fine. He's fine. He's not. It's for fun. It's not anything serious. So, does Kevin even have another catcher in his lineup? Oh, yeah, we'll do that. Martin Maldonado, they called up from the minors. Martin Maldonado, slot him in. Obviously, I couldn't do every single player because couldn't just release players into free agency. He's fine. It's fun watching you walk with a cane.
It's not fun watching.
Fine, funny. All right, so Astros are sitting at 43-11 as expected. They should be dominating. And so end of the month into June. Let's see. Currently, the Astros are 48-11.
Great Sunday action lies ahead, but first, here's what happened in the major leagues on Saturday. Starting in the AL West, the Houston Astros continued to beat teams now with 11 straight victories as they got the win, crushing the Red Sox 8-2. In other Astros news, first baseman Josh Bell will be out of action for the next couple of days. He's dealing with a pulled muscle in his leg.
The
Angels launched 3 home runs as they defeated the visiting Yankees 11-6.
Barely holding on against the Rays, who we have absolutely
second baseman Whit Merrifield is currently listed as day-to-day. They're calling it an ankle sprain.
Them, but they're still
Johnny Cueto picked up win number 8 this year as the Braves downed the Mariners 4-2. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins.
With
the Oakland Athletics snapped their 5-game losing streak as they grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington 3-1.
And then the
Alex
Dodgers
Young
are
collected
9
win
games
number
above
3 this
500
year as the Brewers were winners over the Rays 3-1.
In the division, but the worst
Matt Shoemaker struck out 12 on the way to the win as the
then
Blue Jays claimed the win
Central,
over the Orioles 4-2. He is currently in the top 5 in the AL in shutouts.
And speed that really seems
the
to be
Twins
killing
picked
them,
up 14 hits in total as they beat the White Sox on the south side 8-2.
No one else really close
the
to
win
them,
was their 5th straight as a team.
And my Nationals
the Kansas City
are just ahead
Royals
of the
sent 3
Phillies
balls
at
into the
35
seats
and
as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland 4-1.
307 runs scored.
The Los Angeles Dodgers combined for a 4-hitter as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 5-2. The Washington Nationals combined for 4 total home runs as they took the win in extra innings over the Phillies 7-5.
And Anthony Rendon
the Cubs racked up 11 hits as a team as they were winners in extra innings over the Reds 4-3.
23 home runs
Gleyber
for Stanton,
Torres
so obviously
was clutch with the bat in his hands, driving in 5
Chris
runs
Bryant
on
not
3
far
hits,
behind.
helping the Cards pass the Buccos 11-3.
Anthony Rendon
He's currently among the NL leaders in runs batted in. The Detroit Tigers
actually,
totaled 11 hits
I
as
mean,
they got a road win against.
I think the sounds of the show. That would be. I totally forgot about that. Be sliders? No. Settings. Audio. That would probably. Inside the show? Broadcast? Yeah. That should fix that now. Apply changes. Alright, so we are going to save here real quick since we are 2 months in. We are on May 31st. And we will finish going through that. Is there anything you want to see, Sean? And then, so let's go back to league leaders. So home runs, Travis Shaw is up there. That's a surprise to me. I did not expect him to be so good, just the way that they have his ratings there. Rosario for the Twins, Voit, a lot of our teams obviously up there. Betts, Arenado, Baez. RBIs, Stanton and Rendon and Bryant, just all about the 50 mark. Runs, meh. Stolen bases, Jonathan Villar of the White Sox and Starling Marte. A lot of speed on those base paths. Let's go to OPS. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players above 1.0. Kershaw is having an excellent year with under a 2 ERA. Not a lot of strikeouts, but that's a surprise. Let's see, Jacob deGrom with 8 wins for the Astros, so they're obviously doing well. Nola with a 2.35 ERA, deGrom with a 1.79. Ridiculous ass pitching staff for the Astros. Losses so far 0 for Nola, Kershaw, and deGrom. The only one that does have one is Giolito with an almost 3 ERA. Let's see, the Twins, Jose Leclerc has 20 saves. Roldis Chapman for the White Sox is up there with 16. And then ERA, we have most of our pitchers. Somehow Chase Anderson is below 2. I don't get that one. Let's see, not a lot of home runs. Shutouts, 3 shutouts for Jacob deGrom. That explains his. 95 strikeouts for Nola. He leads the league. Wow, big surprise. Going to the Astros allows you to strike out more batters. 91 innings pitched for for Kershaw. Let's go over to the NL, Sean, and see what happens with us. So National League, Michael Brantley leading. Not too surprised by that. He's got some good contact against righties. Jose Altuve is up there at 338. And once again, my team not hitting well for average. Francisco Lindor is my highest. Your highest, Carlos Correa with a season, though. 16 home runs, 40 RBIs, and he is yet to get hurt. In terms of doubles, Trey Turner with a bunch of doubles, not too much of a surprise, and Jose Altuve. Let's go to home runs. Jay Bruce still leads, but I am catching up with Alonso. Mike Trout had a fire month. Average is still 237, which I don't understand with his contact and power. That's a big fucking surprise. Francisco Lindor with 13 home runs. RBI, our National League does not seem to have as good of offenses for whatever reason. But Pete Alonso, Trey Turner, Mike Trout, there's Charlie Blackmon for the St. Louis Cardinals, and your highest run scorer so far is Austin Meadows. I'm surprised he's hitting really well this year for you. 8 home runs, a bunch of RBIs, a bunch of runs, not a lot of steals, obviously. The power isn't more. Stolen bases, Trey Turner with 19 in the first 2 months. Not a surprise with his speed at 98. Jose Altuve stealing more than I thought he would. And then let's get to the pitching. Marcus Stroman of the Rockies with 9 wins and a 3.48 ERA. Wow, less than 6 strikeouts per 9, but he's pitching well, so I got to give it to him. Your Diamondbacks are having a decent. Wow, Jose Berrios is excellent with an under 2 ERA. Scherzer with 8 wins, both of them. Losses, let's see, Berrios, Bauer, Bieber has 1 for me. Flaherty, Soroka with 1 each for the Rockies. Let's see, saves goes to Kenley Jansen, Ken Giles of the Braves. We finally see the Braves succeeding at something, surprisingly. And then Kirby Yates for the Rockies. ERA leaders are Manaea, Berrios, Bauer. Johnny Cueto is up there, surprisingly. Garrett Cole with a 2.35 ERA. Soroka. Bieber is not having a bad year, but where is my pitching staff? Corbin 350, Bueller 355. Ouch, not a couple of good months for them. Home runs allowed. Urias, Ryu, Dodgers are limiting power. Strasburg is not pitching well with a 4.04 ERA and almost 4 walks per 9. Shutouts, Bieber, Cole, Wheeler, nice, good to see. Sale with 110 and Garrett Cole, they are the only 2 pitchers so far at this point to cross the 100 strikeout mark. Bieber, Snell, Syndergaard, Darvish, and Manaea. Excellent pitching staff for the Cardinals at this point. Complete games. Surprisingly, Bieber, Berrios, Cole, and Sale. I'm surprised that the teams are allowing them to go that long. And rest of it, Garrett Cole obviously expected with whip. And we will move on. Let's see the All-Star voting so far. Kershaw, Tanaka as the top 3 pitchers in the AL. Jesse Hahn, how does a relief pitcher have 63 innings already? And we are not even halfway through the season. Closing pitcher Jose Leclerc of the Twins. Aroldis Chapman. Grandal for the White Sox. I expected that one. Abreu, McNeil, Rendon, Andrus for the Twins. Looks like the AL is very well represented between all of our teams. National League, your Jose Barrios, Sean, is the league leader in voting for starting pitchers. Relief pitcher goes to Jose Castillo and a couple of guys that we do not have. Ken Giles is the leading closer. We have none of our catchers as the top guys. Pete Alonso for my Nationals is at the top with the Diamondbacks. Rizzo just behind. Altuve and Torres are competing. You have J.D. Davis, Bregman, and Brian Anderson. Oh, we'll get to those awards. We'll get there. Turner, center field. A lot of it going to Springer, Blackman. We will look at, let's see, Player of the Month. That's what we forgot to do. So April was Kershaw, Stanton, and some Tejada guy. We have Scherzer, Sogard, and Madrigal for National League. We do not have May yet. So let's see. Awards. Stanton as the American League Most Valuable Player. Cy Young to DeGrom. Not surprising, we kind of knew that one was coming with Kershaw and Nola. All three Astros, though. That is pretty crazy. McNeil, Arenado, and Castellanos. I'm surprised McNeil is doing so well. Chapman for the saves leader. And Rookie of the Year, none of us have him. So we'll move over to the National League. Most Valuable Player still is Jay Bruce, but Marcell Ozuna of the Dodgers and Barnes with Carlos Correa and your Diamondbacks, Sean, there for the MVP. Cy Young, Garrett Cole, Max Scherzer, and Shane Bieber. Obviously very close in strikeouts. Garrett Cole with the better ERA than both of us. Slightly better record goes to Scherzer, but I will be interested to see how that plays out. Brantley for the batting title. And Hector Neris for the reliever of the year. And none of us have the Rookie of the Year. We will worry about the other ones later. So let's move on to the next month. We are in June, and obviously June is, let's see, we may as well, yeah, we'll go, wrong one. So let's go to the Braves. I kind of want to see how their month plays out. We will sim through June as long as, wow, 2 wins for them. Braves do not have 4 valid lineups. And an injury to Lorenzo Cain will hurt him, and Colton Wong as well. Freddie Galvis, he's expected to be out a few days. Expected to be out a few days again. Johan Camargo. Lorenzo Cain is out 1 to 2 weeks, but really nothing too big there. Obviously, we can toss in lineups. We will put in Hunter Renfroe. Why not? Because he can play there. Let's see. Michael Conforto should play there. Michael Conforto can play there. So we can continue on in this month as we are barely into June. Let us sim through the date here. Ooh. We'll obviously simulate the draft. So we'll stop here. Let's see. Because obviously we have the... where the hell is the draft in here? I totally forget. Roster? Okay, don't care about the remaining. Fuck. I forget where to do that. Transactions. That's coaches' contracts. Transactions completed. Skip all that. Sign draft picks. That's right in front of me. I don't know how I didn't see it. Okay, so the Braves, not a terrible draft. I mean, Leary with an 87 potential, B potential for Erwin Bowman. Let's go to the Washington Nationals. Wow, Adrian Ortega, 88, 86, 85, 85. Later picks, not so much. I like my draft, though. Let's move on to the Cardinals. Much deeper, but not as great of high-end talent. Couple of good pitchers in their first couple of picks. We'll go to your Diamondbacks. Oh my gosh, a 94 potential catcher in Jimmy Sharp. Interesting to see how that plays out. Not a great stats, and he's 22. May have an effect by the time he's 25. But a good relief pitcher and a pretty decent starting pitcher for your draft, Sean. Move over to the Rockies. Holy crap. A 97 potential second baseman to go behind Altuve in the coming years. And then a closing pitcher in the first round. That's a surprise there. But he's a switch hitter, but 92 potential, excellent. And then a good starting pitcher in the third round, and Alex Schnell, a decent player in the fourth. The Dodgers, not a great draft. They did find a good potential closing pitcher later on. The Yankees find a decent, very fast, good potential center fielder, good potential starting pitcher, and a couple of good potential guys later on as well in a second baseman. Then the White Sox. They only had one pick somehow, but they made it count with a 92 potential closer. I don't understand that one. Yes, I did save the roster file, so I can actually upload it if I wanted to as well. Good potential there for those. The Astros, it's easy to share. All I have to do is save it, and I can upload it, and I can actually send you the name of it. Good draft for the Astros, even though they should not have their first-round picks. Right fielder, second baseman, and starting pitcher, and a catcher. And then, so we will move back on with this. Only team that really didn't have a good draft was the Braves, which, I mean, it is Chris, so it is real life. We see that it is fairly up to date then. So sim through date, generals, we can fix. Autofix because it's AAA. Rockies do not have 4 valid lineups. Let's see what happened with them. Injuries. So Justin Turner, Eugenio Suarez. So Justin Turner, wow, third baseman is a hole. Suarez should be back in he's on the list for another 8 days. So we will go to their lineups and see who can slot in at third base. Obviously, Tatis. Yeah, he can play third base. So the Rockies do not lose. Oh, Chapman would make more sense here, I think. Chapman makes a hell of a lot more sense at third. Oh, wrong one. Trevor Story, go back. And then Matt Chapman, we will do that. Matt Chapman. All right, so the Rockies are fixed, as they currently sit at 48-17. Pretty decent month of June so far for them, so let's keep on simming and pushing through. Yankees do not have 4 valid lineups now. Who did they lose? DJ LeMahieu. So, DJ LeMahieu with a torn Achilles. He is out for 6 months. DJL is done for the season, folks. I cannot believe it. Oh, wait. It's the Yankees. Yes, I can. So we will put in at second base would be Jeff McNeil to lead off. Obviously, it's still fairly close to what he would have wanted. And we will continue on as the Yankees sit at 41-26. Let's get through June here. Blue Wahoos, no one cares. Redbirds, no one cares. Cardinals do not have 4 valid lineups. What did they suffer at the hands of the almighty injury bug? Ooh, Blake Snell, Noah Syndergaard. Okay, those are 1 to 6 days, but Charlie Blackmon for 1 to 2 months. That is the bigger blow there. Pitching rotation is currently obviously dealing with some injuries. It would make more sense to put in Alex Reyes, let him pitch, and then lineups is what needs to mostly be fixed with, it would be a center fielder, so obviously Luis Robert can fill in at right. That is not a terrible thing for, and Nelson Cruz can also fit in, so not a terrible thing there. They are able to survive so far, but we will sim through the rest of June. Hopefully we do not see many more. Daisy, no, we can keep going through the Southern League. Don't care. Southern League All-Star Game, don't care. Hey, we got through June fairly easily. Not as many injuries. So, quick look at the standings and the league leaders. We can actually just do it from here. What's wrong with my mic? So let's look at the standings. Cardinals at 57 and 29. The Rockies at 59 and 26. Let's see. So National League wild card, we have the Diamondbacks, Dodgers, and Braves. The Braves are still hanging on. Nothing really changed between the Diamondbacks and Dodgers. That's probably, yeah, this one is an older one. I can always see if I can find my other one if it's a problem. My Nationals at 53 and 33. Pitching not where I want it to be so far. Here, I will change mics. Let's see if that works a little bit better, maybe? I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh, that's on. There we go. Can't hear myself now, but that's perfectly fine. There we go. Sorry for the little bit of static. I had to pull out the mic. So, going back to it, the White Sox are leading the American... Let's see. Okay, so National League East, we will go... So, American League East... Yankees are leading the American League East. Twins still over the White Sox, but by 1 game. Oh, that's fine. Sean, it will archive, and I will post it, and it should run again. So Twins are just ahead of the White Sox by 1 win. The Astros are dominating the American League West, which is not much of a surprise. The Angels obviously losing Trout, and a couple of other pieces we took from them hurts. But the White Sox and Indians are at the top of the American League wildcard, most of us in the National League. So for the National League leaders, home runs belongs to Jay Bruce, Pete Alonso, Max Muncy. Saves with Kenley Jansen, Ken Giles, and Kirby Yates, so all of us having those. Runs batted in to Pete Alonso and Anthony Rizzo. Max Scherzer, Chris Sale, and Garrett Cole is falling behind in strikeouts. Trey Turner is leading the league in stolen bases, not a surprise, but Sean's Trevor Bauer with a 2.09. Let's actually see. I kind of want to see what happened with ERA since his team was leading there. So obviously Berrios did not have as good of a month. Darvish fell off. Corbin fixing it for me, but Scherzer, Corey Kluber coming back to earth. Bueller fixed his in the last month. So let's go over to the American League, and we will start with batting average. Jeff McNeil of the Yankees. Holy crap. 361 still on the season, flirting with nearly 400. Still a while to go, but Anthony Rendon still there. Yordan Alvarez, 19 home runs, 314 average. Seems fairly reasonable for real life. Going 2 home runs. Stanton has not had a good last month. He has really fallen off. Chris Bryant as well. Only a couple of home runs in the last month. Luke Voit, Anthony Rendon up there. RBIs belongs to Rendon at 74, and we are halfway through the season. And then stolen bases, Jonathan Villar of the White Sox and Starling Marte, once again expected. Walks belongs to Yordan Alvarez, Bryce Harper. And with pitching, Clayton Kershaw, who is slightly injured. DeGrom, Nola, the Astros have fallen off recently. Saves to Jose Leclerc. And ERA, holy Masahiro Tanaka is the current leader. No way. So we will look at, the player of the month for, let's see, May was Aaron Nola, Anthony Rendon, and Maribel of the Indians. Do not know who he is. And then Yu Darvish, Marcelo Ozuna, and Jesus Sanchez of the Miami Marlins for May. In June, Patrick Corbin of my Nationals is the pitcher of the month. Player of the month hitter is Nelson Cruz, and Ke'Bryan Hayes is rookie of the month. And then we will go to the American League. Jake Odorizzi, Travis Shaw, and DJ Peters. So no one on the American League side. In terms of awards for the year, Jay Bruce still the MVP, with Anthony Rendon taking it in the American League. Max Scherzer as the Cy Young, with Yu Darvish and Trevor Bauer in the NL. In the AL, it is still all three Astros. I expect that to pretty much stay at this point. National League Cy Young, we already said. Batting title to Brantley and Jeff McNeil so far. Let's see. And then Rookie of the Year, Ke'Bryan Hayes and DJ Peters. None of us really have a rookie at that point. So let us move on. Obviously, we're getting close to the All-Star break. Let's sim through July. Diamondbacks do not have 4 valid lineups to start the month. That is a crushing blow, I'm sure, with Carlos Correa. There it is. Only an ACL sprain, only a 2-week injury. So every year it's going to happen. We knew it was going to. We just didn't know when. So we will fix that. I want to see. Let's see. Paul DeJong in there. Paul DeJong, slot him in. All right. Calendar. Let's get moving back through this month. Sim through. Diamondbacks. Ooh, a rough stretch for them as they have, auto fix. Braves do not, as they lose 5 games in a row, the Diamondbacks suffer at the hands of the Cincinnati Reds, and the Colorado Rockies sweep them in a 3-game set. But let's go to the Braves, who are currently injured and not having a valid lineup. And that would be Brad Miller. Whatever. That's not one that actually matters. That would be, let's see, shortstop. Let's figure it out. Okay, so a left fielder. Shin-Soo Choo. Easy fix. Somebody that should be in his lineup every day anyways, as he's a decent bat. There we go. Alright, so let's see what happens with the Braves for the rest of this month. Sim through date. Today is the All-Star Futures game. No, we would not like to stop simulating. Actually, stop simulating. Because I want to see. Let's see. So if we, let's say, play Home Run Derby. I want to see who all is in it. So we have Jay Bruce, Max Muncy, Giancarlo Stanton, Chris Bryant, my boy Pete Alonso, the Twins Christian Yelich, the Astros Yordan Alvarez, and then surprisingly J.D. Davis for the Braves, somehow making it into this one. So we will simulate and see who wins. Let's see who won. Oh, damn it. Wait, can I go back? Let's see. Futures. Okay. Nope. Should have simmed it. Oh well. Yeah. Which Davis did you trade to him? Oh, J.D. Davis. That's right. Now that I think about it, because I thought about what I just said and you said Davis. All right. So obviously we will see. I should have simmed to see who won it, but I didn't want to sit there and watch it. So let's sim through the All-Star game just to see who wins. The AL has defeated the NL. Son of a bitch, we lost. But we will go through and see who was on the official All-Star voting. So starting pitchers were Hyunjin Ryu for the Dodgers, Sean Manaea for the Cardinals, Yu Darvish for the Cardinals, Bauer, and Pablo Lopez. Not a lot of us there. Trevor May for relief pitcher, closing pitcher, Jansen, Yates. I had Edwin Diaz. Finally in there. Liam Hendricks. A lot of us taking those. Catcher did not go to any of us. Not surprisingly, we do not have good catchers. Pete Alonso at first with Max Muncy in second place. Jose Altuve for the Rockies. J.D. Davis for the Braves. 22 home runs, 57 RBIs, but a 243 average. My Lindor took the shortstop. I wanted to say SS. Trey Turner for the Dodgers, and Ronnie Rodriguez making it for the Brewers. Left field went to Andrew McCutchen with Marcell Ozuna in second, George Springer in center, and Max Kepler in right. I am very disappointed that Mike Trout is not in there for me. American League. DeGrom, Kershaw, Yankees Tanaka. There you go. The Indians Chirinos and Chris Paddock for the Twins make it in. We have Brad Peacock and Steve Cishek as relief pitchers. Nick Anderson of the White Sox makes it. Archie Bradley for your Yankees there. You have Aroldis Chapman for the White Sox and Jose Leclerc for the Twins. Yasmani Grandal getting the starting nod for the White Sox. Travis Shaw, rough go for the AL first baseman, although Travis Shaw is having a hell of a year. No one for second base from our teams between the Yankees and them, but we have Anthony Rendon for the third base spot and Jorge Polanco for the Twins. Yordan Alvarez and Nick Castellanos taking up left field. Starling Marte for the White Sox and Mookie Betts for the Astros, taking up right field with Yelich not far behind. So those are your starting teams for the All-Star game. We have seen how it played out, AL1. We will move on and see what happens here in July. We will push through this and really start to get down. Let's see. Yeah, whatever. It's the minor leagues. The Express, that's fine. Rockies do not have 4 valid lineups. They suffer another injury. Let's see who it is to this time. Injured list. Let's see. JD Martinez, only a 1 to 6 day injury, nothing terrible. Although Jose Altuve is also there with a torn calf. 2-month injury at this point, so we will fix their lineup. And at this point, obviously Fernando Tatis, they have him at DH. He should play at second. Put in Eugenio Suarez at DH. We will put in Tatis at second. Once again, want Suarez in there with him at DH and Tatis at second, and Tatis once again at second. So the Rockies are now fixed, but that is still a brutal hit to their lineup. We will see how they play out the rest here. They did not get off to a good start out of the gate after the All-Star break, but they win, lose, and a good win streak there. The Astros do not have 4 valid lineups, as they are the next to suffer at the injury bug. Somehow my team has stayed fairly healthy, but they've also not played well. Josh Bell suffered an injury, and he looks like he's not even on here. Well, why is he not? Lineups? Okay, so he's back in. Nothing to worry about there. But they are missing a center fielder. So did I totally not notice Oscar Mercado is hurt? Oh, Oscar Mercado out for 2 months with a torn calf as well. So that's a brutal hit. That's what they are losing there. Josh Bell was one. But we'll put Andrew Benintendi. He will slot into center field at this point. Makes the most amount of sense. He will play in center for the time that Mercado is missing. And then, so we will try and finish up July here without many more injuries. We will watch how... Nice, the Astros on a good win streak. Cardinals do not have 4 valid lineups. Who did they lose for some time? Let's see, Cardinals. They lose Blake Snell and Gleyber Torres with an MCL sprain, neither being long-term injuries. Those are easy enough to fix. Marcus Semien would slot in over at second. Let's see, Marcus Semien, find him in there. But Paul Goldschmidt, cold but still a 285 average, 15 home runs, decent year for him so far for the Cardinals. Let's see how they finish up this season or this month. Sim through date. White Sox suffer an injury now. Let's see. We will go over to the White Sox, and they have lost. Aaron Judge suffered a strained finger, a few days. Other guys do not matter. Lost Ryan Braun to a finger contusion, so nothing big, easy enough for him to fix. And we can go to lineups. Oh, well, I guess I should probably do this. I will do that for all teams here real quick once I fix his lineup so we do not lose any other players, because I will be curious to see where this goes. Starling Marte will slot in at center field. Okay, so obviously we got the White Sox. They are signed. Yeah, he's signed to a contract. We will do the Twins. Okay, so obviously we'll just give them what they want. Because I think, yeah, you can only give them 1 year. Really doesn't matter. Just because I actually kind of want to play it out another year ahead. There we go. Let's see the Astros. We will sign all of theirs. Let's see, is there just... No, no easy way of doing it faster. $60K, not bad. $60K. Yeah, you can't give them anything else. You can only give them really small contracts to start. Obviously, they are renewable every year. Braves with a decent draft with a couple of guys. No one outstanding or stellar right away. My Nationals here. Definitely want to get that second baseman in there. Couple of second basemen apparently I drafted. Let's see. Closing pitcher. Eddie Wimberly. That's a weird name. I'll let him walk. I don't care. He's a 58. Sucks. Cardinals. They had some really good picks. Definitely want to get them their guys signed. Very deep draft for them. A lot of 70s, 80s, good picks that vary in the manner of the Cardinals in real life. So, and actually something I will check out is who got traded at the year too, to see what players moved in other, for the computers. Obviously, not much we can really do for ours, but in the other league that I was talking about doing, the other sim league, we can do it month by month, take our time, have everyone look at it every day. Rockies with a really good draft, not surprised by that. Keith is typically one of the better fantasy heads for us, a lot, so we know that's very in line with him. Dodgers, I think, should be the last team to sign people. Alright, all of them signed there. Oh, your Yankees are the last ones there, Vic. All of them accept their offers pretty much right off the bat, so we will continue here in a second. Giving him, he accepts. There we go. Alright, so your Yankees at the end of July are 64-41, a few more losses than I expected, but let's get through the month. Loss, Dodgers AAA, does not matter. Trade deadline. We will look at it after. We'll sim through the date because obviously there's not much. Not going to make trades here. So going into August, this is what this. Oops, free agents. Puig is still a free agent somehow. Yankees 67-42, 6-game lead over the Rays. The White Sox have a 1.5-game lead over the Twins and Max. So Steve having a really good year. His defense is excellent. Astros 33 games ahead. They are going to lock up their division very, very soon. And the Twins and the Rays in the American League wild card. Obviously, no one in our league missing out. My Nationals are 65 and 46. Offense still very good. The pitching not doing what I want it to. I don't understand. Cardinals are 74 and 38. Wow. Good offense. Similar offense and similar runs, so I'm just not having the best of luck, it looks like. Rockies 80 and 30, the best in our league so far. 614 runs scored, 381 runs allowed. One of the better ratios, obviously. Diamondbacks and Dodgers fighting along in that wild card, 71 and 40 versus 71 and 39. They'll end up playing each other as it is. So, quick look. Chris Bryant with a good month. So let's start with batting average in the American League. Anthony Rendon at 350, Yordan Alvarez 342. But looking at home runs, Chris Bryant crushed this last month, it looks like, because he was only at 23, so he had a good 13 or 14 home runs in that month. Jay Bruce got traded from the Phillies to the Blue Jays. That's a big move there. Stanton has certainly fallen off. He was an all-star, but not playing like it now. Anthony Rendon almost at the 100 RBI mark when we start August. Stolen bases, Marte and VR, just like the last couple of months. And with pitching, wins goes to Kershaw, DeGrom, Morton. Wow, Nola has definitely fallen off then. He has not gotten the wins. Saves to Jose Leclerc. ERA to Grom at a 1.59. Tanaka for you, Vic, at a 1.82. Chase Anderson still somehow pitching his ass off. I do not get it. Shutouts, 6 for Jacob DeGrom in that Astros uniform, and 181 strikeouts for Morton and DeGrom. So let's bounce over to the NL with Chris Sale leading. Excellent month for him. Max Scherzer, Garrett Cole, Yu Darvish. And I finally jump in the 5th spot with Shane Bieber. And a good mix between myself and Jared for these next 6 spots. And Trevor Bauer. Not bad, but not as great as he was. Shutouts to Bieber and Corbin. They had some good couple of months then. ERA belongs to Hyunjin Ryu, Sean Manaea, Mike Soroka, and Trevor Bauer. Good ERAs at this point. Getting to the offense in the NL. Stolen bases, Trey Turner. He is on pace for about 50 stolen bases. Let's see if he can do it. Francisco Lindor with a bunch of runs. George Springer and JD Martinez of the Rockies not far behind. We see George Springer with 75 RBIs and Muncy with 72. Pete Alonso leads my team, and Austin Meadows leads the Diamondbacks. The Braves are nowhere to be found until we get to the... They are not even in the top 50 in terms of RBIs. That is the Braves for you. Now, home runs belongs to JD Martinez, Max Muncy, and Pete Alonso at this point. Once again, we do not see the Braves anywhere in the top 50, it looks like. I mean, it's... Oh, wait, nope. I skipped over JD Davis. I don't know how I did that. So let's go back to RBIs. I was looking for a red A. There it is. JD Davis with 63. He shows up at number 11, Cody Bellinger. When we are looking at batting average, Jose Altuve leads, but he is injured. Michael Brantley, Max Kepler. And like you stated before, J.D. Davis was up there with power and RBIs, but not so much batting average. Michael Conforto, people are really starting to come down and show up for those last ones. But most valuable player belongs to Chris Bryant in a Yankees uniform. I want to kind of throw up with that. It is what it is. But once again, the top 3 for Cy Young in the AL belongs to the Astros. Batting title to Anthony Rendon. Rookie of the Year, none of us have it. Andrew Vaughn, though, to the Angels. I know that should belong in the Dodgers. I did not worry about that. For minor leaguers, too much. Let's see. Although, probably should fix that one, considering he's a Rookie of the Year. And then we will go to National League. JD Martinez, Max Kepler, George Springer, all there for MVP for the Rockies. Cy Young is Darvish, Scherzer, and Sale. We see that between Jared, Sean, and Barnes. Batting title to Brantley for Sean's Diamondbacks. Kenley Jansen as the reliever. And rookie Jesus Sanchez, Ke'Bryan Hayes, and Nick Tanielu, I guess, So we will see what trades went down, since obviously there were some recently. So completed transactions. I'm not going to go through all of those. So trades: Ryan O'Hearn, Brandon Kingman, Jahmai Jones, Jose Rojas. Really no big names at this point. Cy Young and AL is all Astros. Jacob deGrom at this point, but it's not. Nobody's won it just yet. No big names. Jeter Downs, Pedro Strop. Yeah, really no big names because we all pretty much control them. So let us get through August and see what happens. Sim through date. Aces. Oh, that's whatever. That's a minor league team. They can auto fix. Auto fix. Rockies do not have a valid pitching rotation. So the Rockies have suffered an injury, and it would belong to Mike Soroka with a fractured forearm. George Springer out a couple of days as well. But we will fix that pitching rotation. Merrill Kelly will be the one to jump in there since he is the best possible guy at that point. Rockies off to a good start, 2-1 on the month. As they win their next two, that's another minor league team. We do not care. Couple of losses and another win, but the Diamondbacks all of a sudden pop up in our mirror here and do not have valid lineups. So we will get to them in the injured list. Corey Kluber and Andrelton Simmons is out for 2 to 3 months. Corey Kluber obviously back in, but the blow is to Andrelton Simmons at this point. Paul DeJong finally getting his chance once again this year at second base, it looks like. So he is jumping in there. We will continue to see how the Diamondbacks do through the month of August. They are in a tight race with the Dodgers. Let's see how they do. A couple of losses. I'll win a couple more losses. They are very streaky. They are just not able to find a groove until we say that. They hit a couple of wins, 3 in a row, 4 in a row. Finally a loss to the Cleveland, and they bounce around that rest of that month. Not too much in terms of injuries then. So let's sim through the first of this month so that way we can see some more clarity on the awards. We will get to that in a second. So let's start with league leaders. Batting average to Michael Brantley for the Diamondbacks. Home runs belongs to J.D. Martinez, Nelson Cruz, and Max Muncy up at the top 3. J.D. Davis with 29. Wait to see. Obviously, Vic is going to regret that one. RBIs with George Springer and Kepler for the Rockies. Cody Bellinger finally with a hot month. Still not hitting as well as I'd like him to, but finally doing it. Francisco Lindor scoring runs like I thought he would. Stolen bases with Trey Turner. He should break the 50 steal mark pretty easily. He only needs 10 this month. And Mike Trout finally turning it on. Not the kind of Trout year we expect out of him. Wins goes to Marcus Stroman somehow. He is 17 wins, obviously behind that good Rockies offense. Yu Darvish and Max Scherzer round out the top 3 with Chris Sale tied. Losses goes to Stroman. He has the least. Mike Soroka is still on the injured list. But let's get to ERA. Hyunjin Ryu, Mike Soroka, and Anthony Desclafani with a good year. And then strikeouts, 250 for Chris Sale if he were healthy. Max Scherzer, 223, and Garrett Cole at 216. And Shane Bieber crosses the 200 strikeout mark. Glad to see that. So let us get back to offense and switch on over to the AL. Anthony Rendon, Nolan Arenado, and Yordan Alvarez all above 330 this late in the year is crazy. The Yankees have McNeil and Bryant still above 300. Going to home runs and the power department, Chris Bryant at 46 home runs. Holy shit. Giancarlo has turned it on with 38, but Yordan Alvarez still ahead of him for the Astros. And Nolan Arenado just slowly chugging along, quiet as can be, doing his thing. RBIs, Yordan Alvarez with 117, Rendon with 115, and Chris Bryant and Nolan Arenado, a lot of it belonging to the Astros, surprisingly. Stolen bases, D. Gordon finally gets up there, but Starling Marte with another 25 steal season, and Jonathan Villar doing work on the base paths. And then in terms of pitching, 19 wins for Jacob deGrom, 3 losses. Clayton Kershaw, Kyle Hendricks up there, and Sonny Gray. White Sox pitching staff coming around. And then ERA 184 for DeGrom. Can he keep it under the 2.0 mark? I do not know. It will be close. Chris Paddock at 206, and Jordan Zimmerman with a good year for some reason. And then strikeouts, DeGrom, Verlander, Morton. Yankees not seen until Matthew Boyd with a 3.8 ERA, which is not bad at all. We will go to the awards going into the final month. The National League MVP is currently Chris Sale because of his 250 strikeouts, and obviously great year there with Scherzer and Darvish. Somehow pitchers coming in at the top of this. Cy Young, very similar. See, National League MVP will do it here. Yordan Alvarez above of Chris Bryant, partly because of the RBIs and slightly higher average, with DeGrom coming in third. The Cy Young so far is DeGrom, Kershaw, and Sonny Gray. Back to the National League. For batting title is Brantley. AL is Anthony Rendon. National League Rookie of the Year, Ke'Bryan Hayes so far, and DJ Peters for the Seattle Mariners. We'll worry about the rest of them at another time. I want to see the standings before we move into this. The Rockies are ahead of the Diamondbacks. No surprise. Rockies at 99 wins already. Diamondbacks at 88. The National League wild card is Dodgers and Diamondbacks. Dodgers just ahead of the Diamondbacks at this point. The Cardinals have locked up their division already at 92 wins. My Nationals have not yet with 80 wins and 58 losses. The American League wild card starts with the White Sox at 91 wins and the Indians at 76. The Astros have clinched their division. The Twins have not clinched it, obviously just ahead of the White Sox. And the Yankees have not clinched yet either, as they are trying to fend off the Blue Jays and Rays going into the final month. So let us get through August here, boys, and see what happens, because October is where it all plays out. It's a Triple-A. White Sox do not have a valid pitching rotation, and that is a blow this late in the month. Or this late in the year, I should say. And it looks like Jose Abreu is out for some time as well. Only 1 to 6 days. But Madison Bumgarner with a shoulder separation, 2-month injury. And that hurts this late in the year. They will have to put in... Ooh, we should have somebody here, though, in their minor leagues, I believe. I do not care about that. Let's see. Gio Gonzalez. Rick Porcello we can call up. He is the one that will move up and take in that pitching spot rotation, as he has him there. So we will put him in and move on through the month. My battery is low. We will get through this. Sim through date. Twins do not have 4 valid lineups. They are also suffering some injuries here. They have lost Colin Moran, torn hamstring, and Eddie Rosario for 6+ months. That's the big blow there. So outfield, obviously not a weakness for Mac at this point, because we all know how many he has. So he will slot in Byron Buxton, and we can see how that plays out for him as well. And we will make sure his pitching rotation still good. Robbie Ray was hot though, so why don't we actually see 4.01 ERA versus, we'll keep it as it is. Do not mess with the talent that has gotten them this far. Alright, so let's try and get through. Knights do not care because it's AAA. Astros have 26. You must have 28 players. Autofix. Don't care. These can be autofixed because this is September call-up time, and I'm not going to do that myself. AAA, autofix all. I don't care. Autofix rotation. AAA. Yeah, we'll just fix all. Holy Christ. There we go. Rockies do not have 4 valid lineups. This one actually matters because it's the major league team. Let's see who they lost now. Merrill Kelly. JD Martinez with a torn ACL this late in the season is a brutal blow. Jose Altuve still with a torn calf, but finally coming back. But JD Martinez is hurt, and that is a brutal blow as a DH and left fielder. Obviously, they needed that, but they still have Kyle Schwarber, who can slot into left pretty easily. So we will plop him in there. for his very similar power. Calendar. Let's get through the month, boys. All right, sim through date. Oh, I don't care. Autofix. Oh, because all these teams are little injuries and things like that. Don't care. Astros do not have 4. Wow, lots of blows being dealt here. Injured list. Looks like Max Fried and Martin Maldonado, but the other catchers have finally come back, so that is not too terrible of a blow for them. Charlie Morton should be in this rotation over Ryan Yarbrough. That does not make any sense there. But the lineups, so... Oh, catchers, who they need. So obviously we will put in Wilson Ramos. He's the guy that makes most sense. The better catcher of them all. So he finally gets to get put back in. There we go. And let's try and get through this as... Okay, autofix, don't care. Rail Riders will be taking on the Stripers, don't care. Minor League playoffs, no, we do not want to stop simulating. And decent winning streak there for the Astros to start finishing out this season. Oh my god, I don't care about all those. Dodgers do not have 4 valid lineups. Let's move on over to the NL here and see what they suffered. Looks like Trey Turner, damaged knee cartilage, 1 to 2 months, obviously puts a hamper on his season. So he will end with 48 stolen bases, just short of the 50 mark, and 18 home runs. So let us fix that lineup for them. Obviously, Bo Bichette will get his chance at the top of the lineup here at shortstop, which makes the most sense. Obviously, Bo Bichette deserves it. Absolutely should be playing. Let's see how they do. They have not had a good August. It was very up and down. Let's see if they can get through the rest of this healthy. Astros do not have a valid pitching rotation. So, Kevin, what happened now? Aaron Nola, injured forearm, fractured forearm, 1 to 2 months. He was out of the running anyways for Cy Young because of the fact that DeGrom and Kershaw have just absolutely dominated. So we put Ryan Yarbrough in there. He will slot right back in. So let's see how your Astros finish up. Obviously, we'll not be able to tell through all of it. Sim through date. Fix that. Couple of wins nailed off by the Astros here. A loss and another win. Another win. A loss and a few more wins there. Rockies do not have it. They do not have a valid pitching rotation. What happened to the Rockies here at the end of the season? And it looks like Mike Fultonevich, a shoulder tear. Not a terrible blow, not a terrible injury at this point. Obviously, hurts when you have a guy like, obviously, Mike Soroka who can slot in there. And the Rockies pitching staff has been fired the last few months. And Garrett Cole will finish up at 260 strikeouts, it looks like. Yep. Flaherty versus... Okay, Colorado 116, Arizona 107. Sim through date. The Yankees will be taking on the Twins. The White Sox will be taking on the Indians. Nationals will be taking on the Cardinals. And the Diamondbacks will take on the Dodgers in the playoffs. The Astros and Rockies have secured a first-round bye. So, this is what it looks like. Yankees and Twins are set in the first round of the ALDS. The White Sox, can they overcome Cleveland in the wild card game to take on Houston? My Nationals and Jared's Cardinals are sitting comfortably in the NLDS with the Diamondbacks and Dodgers taking on each other in the wild card game to decide who goes up against the Colorado Rockies. We will take this one day at a time. So, let's move on over to the Dodgers as they play Arizona. Diamondbacks do not have 4 valid lineups, so let's set that one for them. Diamondbacks, not rotation, lineups. They are missing, looks like, a DH. David Peralta is the one who makes the most sense here. And a center fielder. Yeah, we'll put in Malik Smith here because I don't know who is pitching. So that's the thing that makes the most sense here. Calendar. Let's see. Sim through date. And the Dodgers have won the National League wild card 5-4
And in a stellar game, it looks like. Let's go back into that game and see what happened, who killed who, and what happened. Chris Sale, excellent game for him. It looks like he gets the win at least. Let's see, RBIs by Mancini and Jose Ramirez, and Marcell Ozuna and Christian Walker coming up clutch. Home run for Trey Mancini, stolen base by Mancini. He filled it up. Austin Meadows is the top performer for the Diamondbacks offense. Not much out of Paul DeJong, Tommy Pham, Anthony Rizzo, an 0 for 4 day. That is brutal. But we look to the pitching. Home runs by Meadows and Garcia for the Diamondbacks. Sale went 6 innings, 3 earned runs, 6 strikeouts. Not a fantastic day, surprisingly. But the bullpen for the Dodgers was able to hold on while Scherzer did not get killed, but it was Jameson Taillon out of the bullpen. He allowed 3 runs and only nailed 1 out, and that is what kills the Diamondbacks is their bullpen at this point. So let's move on over to the AL side with the Cleveland and White Sox. Let's see if they can get through this game. Let's see if they win. Sim through, and they do. They win 8-3. Not much to look here as it was against the computer. Rick Porcello for the win. What a surprise. So let's look at this. Marte. Oh, there it is. Jonathan VR, 3 for 5, 3 RBIs. And Manny Machado playing first base with a good day. Donaldson and Machado with stolen bases. You have Carlos Carrasco with the loss on the other side, and Rick Porcello, 7 innings, 10 strikeouts. What a game for him. So we move into the postseason. We will continue. Let's start. We will advance 1 day. Let's see. So Washington takes the first game in the NL side. Colorado takes the first game against the Dodgers. So let's sim through date and see what happens. So both NLDSs are tied, and the Yankees take game 1 in the ALDS. Archer. Hey. Yeah, that's what I thought. Houston takes the first game against the White Sox. Let's move on over to the NL side. So we will jump onto mine because obviously the Braves are not there. We do not have a game today. We will sim through the date. And we are looking at a 2-0 Yankees lead over the Minnesota Twins. And the Astros take a 2-0 lead over the White Sox. So the NL side is close, but the AL side is about to get out of hand. Let's sim through another game. And my Nationals take the 3rd game in the series. And the Dodgers take the 3rd game in the series as well. What a stellar-looking series so far. Let's go. Hey, enough. No, you don't need to be barking. Archer. Archer. That's my dogs. They just like to bark at people for whatever reason. So 2-1, 2-1, 2-0, 2-0. Let's see who takes the next lead. Yankees have won the American League division and will take on the Astros or the White Sox. So the Astros have won the American League division. Dodgers have upset the Rockies. No way. Wow, we need to go back and look at those games. So let's bounce on over to the Rockies and see what happened because I am stunned. 12-1 loss with Jack Flaherty getting bounced around. He gave up 12. Well, the team gave up 12 runs, 7 runs earned in less than 3 innings. Merrill Kelly not doing well, and Emilio Pagan was about the only one. So, and Ryu had a great day, but what happened offensively? Because that is Bichette with an RBI, Eaton, who had the home runs, Mancini, Seager, and Marcell Ozuna with 2 home runs on the day. And not much out of the Colorado Rockies in that would have been the 2nd game of the series, and the pitching just did not come through for Colorado. It looks like Betances with the win, so it was a late blown save by somebody here. Colorado with home runs from Chapman and Turner. Altuve with a fielding error, but a stolen base. But it really came down to pitching. Eduardo Rodriguez, 4 earned runs in less than 5 innings pitched. But Los Angeles, Dallas Keuchel came through with the win, and Betances and Presley with a good game there. And finally, in the clinching game, Chris Bassett out-dueled Mike Soroka. Home runs from Suarez, a couple of RBIs each. Not much out of the Colorado offense, surprisingly. Team that was one of the best the whole season. Home runs by Ozuna and Walker for the Dodgers, but Soroka, four earned runs in less than 6 innings. Liam Hendricks had a decent inning at the end of the game, but Chris Bassett went 6 strong, 2 earned runs, 7 strikeouts. Dustin May and Ross Stripling pull it together for the Dodgers to pull the upset against the best team all season. What a win. So now we are simply waiting on Game 5 of the Nationals and Cardinals. Let's see what happens in the final game. And the Cardinals move on. That is a bummer. Dylan Cease out of the bullpen loses it for me. Lindor with nothing. Bellinger with a good game. Juan Soto with his day. Looks like he had a grand slam with his home run, his only hit. A bunch of doubles for my team. Stolen base by Bellinger. But the offense came through with Xander Bogaerts, Nelson Cruz for the Cardinals. And what it came down to was Luis Castillo, 6 strong innings, but my bullpen just couldn't hold it together. Roberto Ozuna with the blown save. Yu Darvish, decent start, but not great. And the Cardinals move it on. Almost done. Okay. We're at the end of the season anyways. 2 minutes. All right, so Yankees and Astros taking on each other, and the Cardinals and Dodgers. Definitely not expected. Kevin might actually be able to win this. So we will bounce on over to the Cardinals. Sim through the first 4, see where we sit. The Cardinals are behind 3-1, and the Astros are 3-0 over the Yankees. Sim through this, and the Astros have won the American League, and the Dodgers have won the National League. Kevin and Chris Barnes are taking on each other in the final one. We will advance today. No game there. Still no game. What the hell? Let's see. Did we not? Let's see. Let's go to Astros. Where does it? Oh, okay. That's why there's some time off before. So go to this one. Let's see. Let's go through the first 2 games of. There we go. First 2 games. Astros take the first 2, 6-0, 18-9. Take the next one. They take the next one. Can they complete the sweep? No, they cannot. So in Game 5, the Astros win the World Series, and Kevin would be crowned champion at 122-40. And here are the awards. Jacob deGrom. Okay, skip all those. World Series MVP goes to Yordan Alvarez. Most Valuable Player, Jacob deGrom. Cy Young, Jacob deGrom. Batting title, Anthony Rendon. Rookie of the Year, DJ Peters in the American League. National League. Obviously, Chris Sale with Most Valuable Player. Cy Young goes to Chris Sale. Max Kepler with the batting title. And Cabrian Hayes as the Rookie of the Year. So I've got to go, but that was fun. We can continue this another time and see what happens. Obviously, we've got retired players. No one of note for any of us that really matter. Dixie. J.A. Happ retired for the Dodgers, apparently. That's all that matters. Okay. No Hall of Famers, and we are saving from there. We will see what happens. Later, guys. How do I stop it now?